Howdy, howdy.
Here we go.
All right, my friend.
What's going on?
Welcome to the channel. Today is June 12th, and we're going to talk about a trained mind is better than any script.
Okay, that's interesting. Cool. I like it. Yeah, because script is something you follow that's written, but you don't necessarily know what you're doing. That's why you have the script.
Yeah.
But if you're trained and you just, you're essentially, it's your nature, the way you are, with it. And so that seems more, like more mastery-like.
Yeah. I mean, like, immediately I'm just recalling these, like, onboarding calls that I was doing at, like, one job. And we were, like, training a whole bunch of different people how to have the onboarding calls. And so we scripted out, like, literally the entire thing of, like, hi, welcome to your team. And, like, we had people use the script on the call. And it just sucked. Like, it was so bad. It was, I was always, like, against it. I was like, could we give them, like, bullet points or, like, something for them to, like, have to, like, a task before, like, a preparation task where they have to sort of train themselves so that they can just sound like, hey, it's just me and you here, just having this conversation. But it felt very robotic the other way.
Cool.
Okay, Epictetus says, in this way, you must understand how laughable it is to say, tell me what to do. What advice could I possibly give? No, a far better request is, train my mind to adapt to any circumstance. In this way, if circumstances take you off script, you won't be desperate for a new prompting.
Yes. Yeah, I like it. That's it's a little vague, but I understand it. Like vague in the way that train your mind
to adapt to any circumstance.
To adapt to any circumstance. That is a very vague goal. Because any circumstance, like what are we talking about?
An asteroid hitting the Earth.
Right, or just even something that we do experience, like, I don't know, losing a job or something, right? And like, but it's not often, and so, or getting fired, let's say, right? And so, like, it's hard to practice on, if you get fired a couple times, you're probably gonna be okay on the third time because you went through some, you had those experiences, and now you're ready for anything. Now you maybe no longer are scared of getting fired because you actually went through it. So you are now a pro and getting fired. Therefore, you can be more yourself in that next job, right? Because you're not pretending, because you're not scared of getting fired, because you've been through it. So it's like, yes, 100%, it's better to have the experiences, but the way this is written, it's like, train your mind to be ready for anything, which then I go, like through Stoicism, maybe, like through these philosophies. Okay, I can see that, but train yourself. Maybe there is something about the training myself by playing scenarios of how I would want to react if something X happened that has not happened yet. That could be some sort of a preparation training for any circumstance, but it's hard to imagine those things because we don't know what's coming, right? And so I'm going to imagine the worst and then try to prep for it. Okay, cool. But something else that it will be the worst is coming that I can be prepared. And that's why, But I like the ends, but I like how it started saying, like, you're asking what I should do. And he's saying, well, how can I know? And that is a very big key, because ultimately asking the question, hey, world around me, what should I do next? You actually, not only that they don't know what you should do, some might want to tell you very happily, but it's also not good for you to receive it, because they can't know. Only you can know. So asking them, you might get something, and then you follow it, and then you go like, that's not working for me. Well, no wonder, because they don't know, right? Only you know. So it's like the answers are within us, aka not necessarily on the outside. But then it shifted into more of this. So good. Yeah, all good stuff.
Yeah, I'm taking it as like train my mind to adapt to any circumstance is more about like me getting to a point where I trust myself.
Mm-hmm.
I trust in my ability to handle most situations that I encounter on all situations that I encounter on a regular basis. Like if a situation is repeatable or repetitive, I should know how to handle that situation. And then also to like trust in my ability to handle the unknown unknowns that I stumble across. And I think like the more that I do a good job, or I surprise myself in a good way, or I just learn something after messing up, the more the higher and higher challenge level I will be adapted to.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's less about like, I'm trying to prepare for absolutely every potentiality. And it's more about like, I just want to feel at ease and like trusting in myself and like confident that I can handle life.
Yeah. And then the unknown unknowns is like essentially what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So you just go through it because there it is. It's unannounced and it's coming. I got a deal. So go deal, right? And then hopefully you come out alive on the other end and stronger from it all. Giving you maybe perhaps a new experience on what could potentially come. And now you take that point and connect it into your entire world. And now they might create new ideas to get ready for maybe 10 other things. Like one experience could connect something that you now all of a sudden come up with multiple scenarios to say, that could also cause that, and that could also cause that and that, which hasn't happened. How am I going to get ready for that? Yeah, so, good deal. Yeah, it's almost like it's exponential almost, no, it is exponential. Every single knowledge we gain, it's not just plus one. No, like this one goes in there, and now this one reshuffles everything that's in there, and that's a huge undertaking and a huge benefit to us. The continuous learning is that's a huge key to understanding ourselves, not things.
Also
cool.
life.
Well, things.
Because you said not things. You said understanding ourselves, not things. And I'm saying, but also things. Like, it helps us understand life and all this is.
When I say like ourselves, like we could, we work in some way as a thing, but things as well, understanding everything.
Yeah.
Things and ourselves and things we can't really talk about, but still maybe can understand.
You ready for Ryan?
Let's do it.
He says, it would be nice if someone could show us exactly what to do in every situation. Indeed, this is what we spend a good portion of our lives doing, preparing for this, studying for that, saving for or anticipating some arbitrary point in the future. But plans, as the boxer Mike Tyson pointed out, last only until you're punched in the face. Stoics do not seek to have the answer for every question or a plan for every contingency, yet they're also not worried. Why? Because they have confidence that they'll be able to adapt and change with the circumstances.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Instead of looking for instruction, They cultivate skills like creativity, independence, self-confidence, ingenuity, and the ability to problem solve. In this way, they are resilient instead of rigid. We can practice the same. Today, we will focus on the strategic rather than the tactical. We'll remind ourselves that it's better to be taught than simply given, and better to be flexible than stick to a script.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I don't have anything really else. How about you?
Feeling buttoned up. All right, let's wrap it up.
That was a good one.
All right, thanks for joining today. Drop us a comment and let us know what your what resonated the most with you today of today's entries. Ollie's doing the pelvic thrust back there. It's distracting. We'll see you here tomorrow.